Hello everyone, welcome to Realistic Battles. This is Lodorenos, and this will be the very first Realistic Battle video that I've made in almost 10 months. Today we're taking out the Hawker Hunter, a recent addition to the game, and I've spent the past few days grinding it out with my Talisman Mark 24 Spitfire, which some of you may be like, why does he have the Mark 24? Why don't you Talisman the Mark 22? It's pretty much the same plane. Yeah, well, I talismaned it because I thought it was a nice looking plane, and it was back when they had the same battle rating as the Mark 22. They changed it, it's 6.3 now instead of 6.0 like the Mark 22 is, but it doesn't impede it that much. It's still a very good plane, and grinding it out only took an afternoon or something like that. So, we're taking off in Spain. As you can see, the wonderful, wonderful matchmaking system has put us with 2 Banshees, an F9F, F2 Sabre, a Canberra, an F80C. Yeah, this will be interesting. I don't know anyone else on the enemy team, it seems, but maybe that'll change in a bit. Now, this is a completely stock aircraft. Completely. I haven't researched anything on it in terms of modules. I'm about halfway to, I think it's the cover upgrade, the very first modification you unlock. So, the problem with this is, and I've played several games in it, it doesn't pick up speed very well, and because it's stock, it doesn't have that high of a top speed, which means that MiG-15s will catch you in a dive, easily. So if you are low and you are slow, and you get a MiG-15 on your tail, they will outturn you, they will outdive you, they will outrun you. So you have to play a certain way with this plane, otherwise you're going to get completely smashed into the ground. Now, what I've been doing is just rushing straight at the enemy, which kind of goes against what I just said. But usually you're going around 1,050 kilometers an hour by the time you meet them. And if you have a team on you, or by you, which doesn't really seem to be the case in this case, then most of them won't bother to actually go after you and instead focus on your team, giving you the chance to climb up on the other side of them and come down on them from behind. And they usually don't expect it, some of them don't even see you, and it's worked out pretty well for me. Now, let me see exactly how many I've played so far in this plane. So here's the Hunter F1, 8 deaths and 12 kills in a total of 13 battles, out of which 10 victories. So it's a wonderful plane, and I definitely think that, okay, here's a good example. This MiG-15 turned, he won't be able to catch up with me, so most likely he's going to give up, turn around, and focus on someone else, which is typically what happens. Now back to what I was saying. I think this is going to be my new favorite plane. Once I get it completely upgraded, this plane is absolutely amazing. Oh, look, the MiG-15's wasting his ammo for 1.7 kilometers. Good luck, bud. I love the F2. The F2 is by far my most flown aircraft. If I click to all of this, victories. Oh, am I someone on me? No, never mind. I should probably pay more attention in the game. But I have over 500 flights in it. I love the F2 Sabre, but this plane, this is something else entirely. I love the guns, I love the way it looks. Now, I do have a custom skin on it, and if I don't forget, I will link that in the comments. Love the way this plane looks. And I really think once this is upgraded, I'm going to work hard and make this my new best plane. I also unlocked the MiG-17. Now, in my previous video, I said that I would upload some content of the MiG-17, but I got this not too long ago, and I was very excited to fly it out, so I'm going to focus on making videos of this first. Come on. Oh. I'm still not used to the guns and the velocity in them. Switch over to the MiG, because you do not want to turn fight in MiG, an ME-262. See if we can get a lucky sniper here. No? Come on. Yeah, I am not very good with these guns yet, so it takes me a couple runs, a couple of good opportunities for me to actually get a kill. But as I said, that'll improve over time, and eventually I'll unlock the air targets belt, and anything I touch will just be vaporized. Now, I might use the stealth belts as well. I'm not sure if the air target belts on the Hawker Hunter are also stealth belts or not. Like on the Mark 24 Spitfire, you can use air targets and it's also stealth, so you can head on and people don't expect it. It's pretty fantastic. And on most planes I fly, I tend to use stealth because it makes you look less at the path of what you're firing, and you just kind of get a better feel for where the bullets are going to go. And I've always preferred that. It's hard to get used to in the beginning, but it turns out better in the end because you don't have to think about where they're going to go. You just kind of, you could feel where they're going. Okay, so we're probably going to get a kill here on this MiG-9. Yeah, there he goes. So if you just touch anything with these guns, it just disintegrates. It's absolutely fantastic. This game seems like it's almost over already. We have an IL-28 over there doing who knows what. 2 people left. So I guess the rest of the game is just going to be to try to catch up to the IL-28 and to probably get shot down by 2 rear gunners. I do not want to get near the airfield because the AAA in this patch is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you can fly over the airfield, and as soon as one of them hits you, it's just bam, 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 bam from every side, and you will get absolutely roasted. So try to stay away from airfields and carriers and everything else as much as you can, because you do not want to be near them. Our last 2 planes do seem to be IL-28s, so it should be no problem catching them. If you're wondering why I don't have fire coming out of my exhaust, it's just because of the skin. It doesn't include that. Now, as far as I know, that's what it would look like in real life anyway. Without afterburners, you usually won't see a big trail of fire coming out of the exhaust of a jet engine. Okay, now the way to tackle IL-28s is to dive in from the top or come in from the bottom. You don't want to head on them, and you don't want to come in from behind them, because they have very nasty 20mm cannons that will mess you up. Unless you're a Banshee, you can just head on for days and be absolutely fine. So it doesn't look like we're going to get another kill in this aircraft in this game, because we have a Banshee and a Canberra, which I believe, yeah, that's some Model B, so he's going to have cannons. We might get a kill. I don't know. It depends on these 2. But this is definitely not how every game goes. There's a lot of times when I get 1 or 2 MiG-15s or even MiG-17s on me, and there isn't much you can do, because at stock, this plane suffers severely from stock syndrome. Those other planes, the MiG-15 this, the MiG-17, they're better than you in pretty much every single way possible, and there isn't much you can do to outmaneuver them or outrun them, except for relying on teammates. So I've been trying to fly it in a squad whenever I could. But I decided to go solo just for the purposes of this video, because it's difficult for me to speak when I'm flying with someone else. Alright, welcome back. This is the second game that we're going to play, and if it goes well, it'll be the last one for the video. This is preparation for landing on Hokkaido, and it's a little hard to take off, but with landing flaps, you're usually fine. Apparently the other team has 5 F9Fs, or not, I don't know. We'll see. We have 3 Hunters, 3 Venoms, and a Medium Mark 8. So that should be good competition. We'll see. Don't see anyone else that I know on the other team. I always try to look for that because it's fun. And surprisingly, a lot of people remember me. I'll be in games and people say, "Hey Lodo," and I remember them from a year ago or even longer. It's awesome that the same community is still present, even though I've been out of the game for quite a while. Now, I'm going to go ahead and assume that there are actually a lot of F2 Sabres on the enemy team, so I'm just going to climb out towards C, because if I get an F2 on me and they're going faster than me, that's it, it's over. So while the other Hunters and the Venoms go straight in, I'm going to climb off to the side, get to about 1,000 kilometers an hour, and then go into a 20-degree climb and try to head up to 4.5K. I really do love the look of this plane. Has to be one of the best looking jets in, or just planes in general in War Thunder at the moment. Okay, F-Sabre, F-Sabre. F-Saber, F-Saber. Oh boy, this will be fun. We had a trade-off. So as I said, I'm not used to this plane yet. I'm not used to the cannons. I still need to learn a lot. So this definitely is not a video of, hey, look at how good I am in the Hawker Hunter, even at stock. I will kill everything and everyone. No. I don't really have a good idea of how to fight this, how to fly this aircraft, how to fight opponents, what to do in certain situations, like I do in the F2 Saber. So that's going to take some getting used to. Now, I could just use Golden Eagles to ace this thing immediately, not to ace it, to spade it, but I do enjoy just grinding it out over time, because by the time you're spaded, you'll get used to the aircraft as it is as you're upgrading, and that means in the end, when you do get it spaded, you're just a better pilot in the aircraft overall. And it does kind of affect your kill-death ratio if that matters to you, but if that really matters to you, you can just, and you don't want to spend Golden Eagles, you can grind out the modules in arcade, and it won't count against your realistic stats. Unless someone actually looks at your arcade stats, then I guess you're out of luck. But it's pretty fast doing things in arcade. I tried it out with the MiG-17. I got one unlock in just a couple games, actually, in arcade. Just to try out how fast it would go. So it's not bad. Okay, so pulling into battle here, I see an F9F, an F86F, who's just trying to show off this red smoke. Very sexy. I'm going to make a run at the F9F. He's turning to the left. He probably sees me now, so he's either going to turn sharply to the left or right, or not at all. There he goes. Just lead a little bit, and he's down. Okay, I don't want to get too close to these destroyers because they will mess you up. So I'm just going to climb back up. No one else around me, which is good. There's an F9F over the ocean there. As you can see, the AAA from the destroyers are doing their best to be a part of this game. I don't disagree that AAA should be enough to shoot players down, but I mean, I'm 4 kilometers away, I'm going 600 kilometers an hour, and these things are getting very, very close to me. I think it's a little overpowered as it is now. Because it should, you know, get you to not go and hover over the enemy airfield, but it shouldn't be like it is now, where you just have no chance, pretty much. If the AAA targets you, then that's it. Usually. You get hit once, you get hit again, and again, and again, and again, and you just die. I've had it at the end of several games as well, where planes are trying to go in for a landing to repair, and you shoot them down, and by the time you're over the airfield, you're dead too. It's great. Okay, so now we're going around 900 kilometers an hour. We're pretty much on deck. That Venom needs help. It looks like the Saber got hit, but he's still very... he might just have smoke on, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna turn up, come back in. Another F86 is down, which is good. I think there's 4 left. At least 3 of them. Okay, 5 left. Now there's 4 left. 2 of them are Sabers right here. So we are going to try to dive on one of them. This looks like a good target. Gotta lead, lead, lead. No, I'm not gonna be able to get that. I don't have a lot of speed here, so I won't be able to catch him, but I'm still trading speed for altitude, which is always a good choice. Okay, now you have to keep an eye on him, because if he gets on our tail, that's it. So, going to keep flying straight. Okay, he's diving on us. Turn out of the way. Uh-oh, nope. Oh well. That happens. And if I had avoided that, there wasn't much I can do. Lucky shot? Nope. Because that's just what happens. This is a very slow aircraft compared to the F2 Saber when at stock. So sometimes you're just out of luck. Did get a kill that game, happy enough with it. I did well last game as well. So that should give you a good overview of what to expect from a stock Hawker Hunter, which, as I said, I think is going to become one of my favorite planes. They give me like 10,000. Oh, back vehicles. Those are so handy and realistic. I love them. I use them all the time. Not really. So, there is gameplay of the Hawker Hunter, and this was my first video back of realistic battles, so I was a little nervous, I guess, but I feel like I'm back in the swing of things, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and look forward to more content, because it's sure coming. Have a great day.